herzlich willkommen hier bei DFB-TV. Wir befinden uns im AOK-Stadion in Wolfsburg und hier wird gerade ganz feierlich die Heimmannschaft präsentiert und die Zuschauer. Es ist richtig heiß, endete am Ende 1:1. Und ja, das ist halt ein Frauenfußball. Das letzte Aufeinandertreffen im DFB-Pokal gab es 2015 und auch da war es ein L im Viertelfinale. Der VfL Wolfsburg mit 3:0. Mal gucken, wie es heute ausgehen wird. Der Countdown, der läuft und wir zeigen euch zum Warmwerden ein paar Bilder. Also was damit. Das wird heute sicherlich ein schöner Fußball. Und Turbine Potsdam, Svenja Huth, deutsche Nationalspielerin, ist das ein ganz besonderes Spiel. Sie wird ja im Sommer zum VfL Wolfsburg wechseln und das möchte sie heute aus Potsdam verabschieden. Und ja, in diesem Viertelfinale ist das der Pokal hat ja seine eigenen die 90 Minuten entwickelt. Vielleicht erleben wir ja auch noch 120, möglicherweise auch noch ein Elfmeterschießen. Wir sind auf alles vorbereitet. Zuletzt ein auf jeden Fall einige Fans aus ihrer Mannschaft ist es angerichtet. Wolfsburg von links nach rechts. resultieren aus einer Aktion. Und in der Aktion soll ein Zeichen für Toleranz beim VfL Wolfsburg Winde in den Regenbogenfarben, und die Aktion wird jetzt und heute seine Print auch die Profis von der Mannschaft, die wird Bundesliga gegen Fortuna Düsseldorf die gleichen Trikots tragen. Wolfsburg
So, welcome then to live coverage of this Ladies DFB Cup quarter-final between Wolfsburg and Potsdam, two of the big teams in Germany. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but if you're just joining us now, you haven't missed any goals. It remains 0-0 after 14 minutes play, but Wolfsburg having the best of the game so far. The best chance coming for Pop just a couple of minutes ago on 10 minutes. Couldn't quite force the ball home though, but as you would expect, it is Wolfsburg, the holders of the DFB Cup, who are on top here against Turbine Potsdam. Although Potsdam have been giving as good as they've been getting, as well as they can, with the likes of Prajnika putting pressure on the back line of Wolfsburg. So Stefan Lech then will be hoping to defend the title for Wolfsburg. As we see here, Blisser with the throw in. And Turbine Potsdam quite happy just to keep it as a bit of a scrap at the moment. Just winning that throw in and trying to make some progress, although the referee seeing an infringement. I think that was a foul throw coming in there from Rauch on the left-hand side. And so the top side in the Bundesliga, Wolfsburg here, who are level with Bayern in the Bundesliga, hoping to join that team in the semi-finals after their win last night, 3-1 versus FFC Frankfurt. Also Hoffenheimer through 7-1 versus Leverkusen yesterday. And probably going to join them are Freiburg, who are currently 4-0 up against Borussia Mönchengladbach. That's deep into the second half there as well. And here this is deadlocked at 0-0 currently. And Wolfsburg have been in great goal-scoring form in the competition as ever, beating their local rivals Hannover 11-0 away and Forsten 9-0 to reach this stage. As for Potsdam, well, they're currently third in the Bundesliga under Matthias Rudolph, winning 8, losing 2, both away from home, which gives them some fear here. Although they did draw 1-1 against Wolfsburg earlier this season, as Wolfsburg do come clear. And there's a chance for the strike on here from distance. And just wide of the target there. Not really unduly bothering Fischer in goal there. But a chance nonetheless for the Wolfsburg ladies. A good crisp strike from range there. But it remains 0-0. As Wolfsburg are pushing further and further forward now. So Wolfsburg unbeaten at home, as I said. Turbine Potsdam losing 2 away from home in the Bundesliga this season. And their last match was 6-0 versus Werder Bremen, bouncing back after losing their only game of the season to Bayern. As there could be a break on here suddenly for Potsdam. And it's a decent looking one as well as the shot comes in. Where was the number 9, the captain, Hoots there, just trying to lift it past the goalkeeper. But nothing doing there. So plenty of action here then after 18 minutes of this game. With both sides going for broke, it has been hyped as the big tie of the round. Despite the big one yesterday between FFC and Bayern. You'd have to go on current form. This is the top one with the top side against the third place team. 9 points behind Wolfsburg and Bayern in the Bundesliga. Turbine. who have beaten Meppen 6-0 and Duisburg's 3-1 to reach this stage. Last game they played was a 2-2 draw with Essen at home. They were 2 down there, but came back to 2-2 with goals from Schwalm and Prajnikar. As Wolfsburg here continuing to put the pressure on. '20th minute of the game. As that's some lovely interplay down the right-hand side, getting to the byline, the ball across, surely 1-0 here, and it is. Well, Wolfsburg celebrating finally. Turbine Potsdam couldn't even get to 20 minutes played. It was lovely play from the start from Blisser down that right-hand side. I'd like to see a replay of that. Here we go again. Ball just dragged across. It's Gunnarsdottir. Is it who is arriving in the middle? In fact, sorry, Pop. Do apologise, it was Pop with the goal. So there we are in the replay, you could see it clearly. And so from now on, you would expect Wolfsburg to be in control of this game, scoring relatively early against Turbine Potsdam. Although, as I said, there was that 1-1 draw between these two in December, with Turbine Potsdam even going ahead there, but Schwalm drawing them level, Wolfsburg, late on in the game. So it looks as though Potsdam have reacted pretty well to going behind. They've not let their heads drop here. They will be confident after that 1-1 game in December. But Wolfsburg having to work pretty hard as well to get that goal through Pop after 11 minutes. Sorry, after 20 minutes, do apologise. And the ball in for Prajnikar. And that's a poor ball from Wolfsburg. Straight back to the attacker there. And then the attack coming to nothing as the offside flag raised on that far side. And here they go again. Wolfsburg trying the attack here, just outside the box. The curler coming in. And that's a decent save there from Fischer. Just stretched. This time not allowing the ball past her. Midway through the first half. And Wolfsburg just building up ahead of steam here. So the defender's just passing it around at the moment. Fischer with it at her feet. And it's another clear run here. Maybe another chance for a shot from the edge of the box. Instead, it's played in. And again, Fischer there in goal for Potsdam. just denying the ball in and then long balling it up the field. Not going to get anywhere like that. Well, it's Wolfsburg with much more the confident football at the moment. Just able to keep possession and try and stretch Potsdam. As the ball is played towards the right now. That's lovely footwork. Now the ball down the left-hand side again. It's cracked in and the goalkeeper taking well. And another long ball. I'm not sure that's the way to crack open this Wolfsburg defence here. So we're 25 minutes in now. Wolfsburg well in control. So a corner then won by Wolfsburg here. All the players gathered at the near post here. That's pretty dangerous if they can lift it towards a far post like this. And that is the second goal for Wolfsburg. Well, you could see that one coming, really. Easy peasy for the home side, making it 2-0 with a header from that corner. And big celebrations here, as you can see. And again, it looks like it's Pop making it 2-0. Well, you can't allow her that kind of space at that far stick, because she's going to punish you. And Potsdam here, their own worst enemies with that kind of defending.
Die 26. Spielminute. Tor für die Wölfe, für die VfL. Und wir haben einen Torschützen mit der Nummer 11. Alex! Und einen neuen Spielstand. Der VfL Wolfsburg.
Well, there's a player down injured here for Potsdam, and they've won themselves the free kick as well. Zadragil, the Austrian, going down there. Well, they need to grab themselves a goal back here soon, and the captain has grabbed the ball immediately. Alongside Rauch to try and play this one in. It's a long way out if they're going to go for a strike. Instead, it is lifted towards the penalty spot and then blasted back in. And just over. I think that was Gaspar with the shot over there. But again, Potsdam, having conceded, trying to get their way back into the game as best they can. Schultz here, the ball at the feet, under no pressure. Finally, one of the Potsdam players coming within her vicinity. Here's another opportunity, perhaps Payot. And away by Potsdam. That time the block coming at the edge of the box. A lot of space for Wolfsburg right up until the 18-yard box. Referee, they're signalling for the free kicks. Taken quickly by Wolfsburg. They want to get on with this and want to rack up more goals. There's Hansen. And the ball out wide here. It's a cross which is dug out and cleared in the end by Potsdam. But it will come straight back at them here. Just under half an hour gone. And at the moment, it's difficult to see a way back for Turbine Potsdam. As the passing has been loose when they have managed to get possession of the ball. And finding it difficult to get back in possession as well. It's a good competitive challenge there, but it sent the ball all the way back downfield. More options for the player in possession at all times here for Wolfsburg. You can see why they're such a trophy-laden club. Finalists in the Champions League last season. Also 2016, having already won it 2 seasons in a row in 2013 and 2014. As there's another strike coming in here. And just looping up there. And an unfortunate, just a bit of a miss kick in the end for Harder. Of course, as I said earlier, they've won the last 2 Bundesligas and the last 4 DFB Cups. They won't want to let their hands off this trophy. And it doesn't look as though they're going to do that tonight. 2-0 up with just over half an hour gone. As for Turbine Potsdam, they have also an excellent record in this competition, having won it 3 times in a row between 2004 and 2006. It's just a bit of a mix-up there in attack for the home side. Open Blisser just getting in each other's way. Just stroking it around lovely here. Nice and patiently, Wolfsburg. 2-0 up and cruising, you might say. As they go on the attack again. Just stepping in there, Turbine Potsdam to win the ball, but they're a bit slack in defence there. Couldn't get it clear. A right mix-up, and that could lead to 3-0 here. as the ball is rifled in there from distance and then just hacked away by Potsdam. They're under constant pressure here, the away team. And the fans are getting right behind the home team as well in the AOK Arena. And again, the ball down the right. Blesser has already done a lot of good work. It's lifted back up towards Pop here. And desperately out, I think, for the corner. Has it been given? Yes, indeed. Well, Potsdam will be looking to defend this corner much, much better than they did before. Matthias Rudolph will not be happy with how his team set up for that last one. Then with the low flat take this time, trying to mix it up. And that's a beautiful ball here down the left-hand side, just drifting out though ahead of Hood. It's a really good idea on the counter-attack, and that's a bit more like it from Potsdam rather than just launching it forward willy-nilly, as they've been forced to do the last 15 minutes or so, since it was 1-0 to Wolfsburg. A double so far from Pop. And they are definitely hungry for more here, driving through midfield. Lovely little layoff, and then the shot ending up wide. I think that was Hansen coming in. Is driving from midfield, making life very, very hard for this Potsdam team. There's another nice piece of play here down the left-hand side. And keeping possession nicely at the moment. Much better as Rauch tries to join the attack here. The appeal there for the throw-in. Potsdam not going to get it though. 8 minutes to go before half-time, and looks as though Wolfsburg really are cruising towards the lead in this first period. For the long throw-in down the right-hand side here by the looks of it. And again, the referee seeing the infringement there. So off with the short throw-in, and it's given away sloppily again. The ladies from Potsdam, and down the field, but the offside flag raised against Blesser. Every time she's just trying to beat the offside trap on that right wing. back over the top here. It's Pop here. It's drawing out to the right, and another corner. Ilestedt getting it out. That was better tracking from Potsdam that time. And Wolfsburg, well, they're in no real hurry to take the set pieces. They're in a hurry in open play to get at the centre of that Potsdam defence. Just trying to slow down the pace of the game. Let's see what their delivery's like this time. Again, a flat delivery. And it's Hoot who's managed to get possession, and now another nice run through midfield through Gasper. And flick towards the right-hand side. Lovely. Lovely piece of skill there in the centre. And the ball is just flicked up. It was coming towards Schwalm as well there. Wouldn't quite drop. And in the end, away long down the channel here for Wolfsburg, battling to try and get free. Too much, says the referee. As the free kick's given the way of Potsdam here, who are doing really well, I'd say, to battle back into this. Of course, they are on a hiding to nothing, really. 2-0 down away at the holders and Bundesliga champions. But they may as well go for broke in this knockout competition. If you're going to go out with your head held high. There's Diekman there, just trying to get the ball in from the left. Well, just dropping deep again and trying to link up at the edge of the box. That should be sent away there downfield. At the moment, the Turbine Potsdam defence being dragged all over the place by the likes of Harder, Blesser, Hansen and Pop. Fischer. And another opportunity, flicking it here, and just unable to keep the ball in play that time. The Wolfsburg attackers. And a goal kick for Fischer, in goal for Turbine Potsdam, who's been beaten twice. No chance really for either goal. About 2 minutes left before half-time. Don't think there'll be too much time added on in this game. But plenty for Matthias Rudolph here to go through with his team. As for Stefan Lech, well, he would have enjoyed what he's seen in this opening 45 minutes. Maybe would have liked just one more goal to maybe cement things before half-time. 2-0 up in a knockout competition, you're never sure. As Nito here is going to have to get through a little bit of work to try and track back, but Instead, the ball has gone out anyway. It looks as though there was a foul in there somewhere anyway. It's taken quickly. And right into the corner here. Chance for Potsdam in the last minute now of the first half. But that's well defended in the end. And now way down the line. Only one player up there, though, for Wolfsburg this time. And she's managed to get there. Well, incredible that they can pick out players from such distance. That is the quality they have, these Wolfsburg ladies. As we're ticking down here towards half-time. Maybe just 1 minute to add on before the break because of those 2 goals from Wolfsburg, both going to Alexandra Popp, the number 11. 1-0 after 20 minutes. And 2-0 with a header on 26. Pretty quick fire goals. And it looked from then on that the floodgates were going to open against Potsdam, but hasn't turned out that way. They've kept on going here, kept their heads down and trying hard. Against what you'd probably say is the second best team in Europe, having come as runners-up in the Champions League last season, Wolfsburg. At the moment, they look good for going through to the semi-finals. There's a low ball in here, hacked away again. As that is the half-time whistle, so 2-0 Wolfsburg it is at the break. Hope you can join us in the second half to see if Potsdam can make a tremendous comeback.
Fußball ist unser Bier. Frisches Verdienst. Vorgestellt mit schöner Fanfare und es geht sofort weiter. Was hast du gesehen? Wir haben die Fanfare am Leverkusen mitgebracht am 4.4.2019. Und ich glaube, das ist ganz wichtig, seine Mannschaft dort zu unterstützen. Wir haben jetzt geplant. Geplant ist, dass wir hier am Süden bei der Arena
Welcome back then to live coverage of this quarter-final DFB Cup match between Wolfsburg and Turbine Potsdam. The home side Wolfsburg here leading by 2-0. A double from the striker Alexandra Pop. The goals coming in the 20th minute and the 26th. The second especially a bit of a nightmare for Turbine Potsdam, as their defence went AWOL from a corner, allowing her to flick in. But since then, Turbine Potsdam have at least caused some trouble. The likes of Rauch getting well involved. Svenja Hoot as well, trying her best in attack to put the pressure on that Wolfsburg back line. But so far, no getting past Schult at the moment in goal. A lot of work as well from Wolfsburg, from the likes of Carolina Hansen and Harder. Bliss as well, early on in the game especially, getting through a lot of good work. And you can see Zadrazil there, the Austrian, freezing cold out there in Wolfsburg. As away we go. So it's Potsdam in the red, getting us underway for this second half. And we're hoping, as neutrals, for a massive comeback from the away side. As I said earlier in the programme, they have drawn already this season with Wolfsburg. They know what it takes to take points away from them, and indeed in a cup tie to come away with a result. Although at the moment it would look unlikely, you'd have to say, against the favourites here. The top side in the Bundesliga, Wolfsburg, against third place Potsdam in the domestic competition. So again, Wolfsburg moving the ball around nicely here. And I wonder what the coaches had to say at half-time to their teams. Rulov maybe would have been asking for more of the same after about the 35th minute, with 10 minutes to go before half-time. They really got the grip between their teeth, Potsdam. However, Stefan Lerch will be asking his team to up the intensity, as they were in the opening 25 minutes or so. And they're having a little bit more of defending to do here. Potsdam trying to stretch them as Nito just steps in there. Given away in the end and then hacked away down the line by Wolfsburg. Well, it looks as though this is going to be a much trickier second half for them. Schwalm, they're trying to play the ball forward. And now flicking the ball towards the near stick there. Not bad from Svenja Hoot, but not testing Schult too much there. The ball driven down the right-hand side. And, well, it needs better defending than that. And there's a chance here for 3-0, and it's tucked into the corner. Well, Wolfsburg, they have found it tough here in the opening stages of the second half, but it just needed Harder to move forward there, capitalising on an error at the back from Potsdam. They won't want to see that again. And 3-0 and cruising here, you'd have to say. So Pop with a double in the first half, and Harder adding her name to the score sheet here. Striding through and finishing with absolute ease, as you'd expect that.
Die 49. Spielminute, Tor für die Wölfinnen, für den VfL! Für den VfL! Und wir haben eine Torschütze mit der Nummer 22,
Well, now another run here from Gasper. And a poor ball out to the right-hand side, though. Potsdam will be hoping now they don't fall apart here. Mentioned earlier, the Wolfsburg have scored 20 goals so far in this competition in only 2 matches. As indeed they are full of goals in the Bundesliga. 63 goals in 15 games. Says it all, really. 50% more than Potsdam in that competition. As there's another ball launched forwards here. So 5 minutes played in this second half. Already Potsdam have conceded another one. There's the ball down towards Blisser there. And the layoff there coming towards the edge of the box. Neto picks up the pieces in midfield. Ball over the top here, just bouncing. I think the player just lost it there in the wind, but offside anyway, I think, Hoot. Well, hiding to nothing at the moment, the striker. And captain wanting to direct a team to come and give us some more support from the wings and in behind. It's a tall order against Wolfsburg here, who are flooding forward whenever they can. Oh, that's a nice ball down the left, and again the offside trap from Wolfsburg working wonderfully well. A lovely turn here down the left-hand side. Wolfsburg looking for number 4. Deep cross coming in. And not really cleared there by Canova. Looking for a long ranger here. The ball just bouncing up and the volley coming in. Well, it was an instinctive kind of flick there. I think it was Payot who tried to take on the shot from that distance. Just trying to lift it over the goalkeeper, but wide of the target. At the moment, it's one-way traffic. Harder again down the right-hand side. Well, 3 or 4 white shirts already in the penalty area. And that's a clever little turn there, looking for the penalty, and the referee waving it away. Ilestedt just holding her ground rather than bringing down the player there on the turn. Good decision by the referee, in my opinion. Now Nito. Feeding the ball forward. And a lovely run there. And that's got to be a free kick. And it looks as though that's going to be a yellow card here. Yeah, I think for Chinova. Let's have a look at the challenge coming in again. Yeah, just bringing down Pop. Sorry, was number 25 Kivitsu was bringing her down. So it looks as though Harder fancies getting a double here, just like Pop, standing over this free kick all alone, smashing it into the wall though. Nito on the follow-up here, and driving it just wide of the target. In the end, Vanessa Fischer not tested again. Another barnstorming run here. Oh, Turbine Potsdam at the moment chasing shadows. The ball drilled in, and it's just safe from going out there for the corner. Gasper completing the clearance. But the longer this goes on, the harder it's getting at the moment for the away team, unfortunately for them. 3 down with over half an hour to go. As it's half cleared again by Potsdam. Sometimes their clearance is not getting the distance you would expect them to. Although here they come on a decent looking counter-attack, but this should be meat and drink really for Schultz. And more snappy play now down the left, but nicely picked up again by Gasper. But she's too deep at the moment. She's having to get through a lot of defensive work rather than attacking. The number 7. And Peter with the ball in. Harder couldn't take it on that occasion. That's fine, diligent work in defensive midfield. Harder again, trying the turn. Didn't come off. Now this is Schmidt. And the ball just deflected there. And that made it easy for Fischer. And another break on here. That's a cracking sliding challenge coming in. Perfectly timed. Kivitsu was taking a risk there, having got that yellow card a couple of minutes ago. There's Potsdam here. Going down, fighting at least, as that's a long ranger coming in and just turned around the post there. by the keeper Schultz. Needed to be alert to get that one away. As maybe if Potsdam can just get a goal back here, might get a grandstand finish in the final half hour. As there's a bit of movement in the penalty area here. And the goalkeeper came a long way and didn't get anything on it there. Managing to get away with it, though, with the help of a defence here. And even going back to the goalkeeper. Looks as though the keeper just with a complaint here. Schultz, not sure what's gone on. The physio just running on, a bit of a break here, so time then again to keep you up to date with what's happening here. It's the quarter-final of the DFB Cup. A double from Alexandra Pop in the first half, 20th minute and 26th, and then a lovely goal just after half-time from Harder, making it 3-0. And you'd have to say that Wolfsburg cruising through to the semis. Potsdam just trying to make things difficult again for Wolfsburg. They did manage to do that in the opening 20 minutes and for the last 10 minutes of the first half. But really, other than that strike from Schwalm a couple of minutes ago, we haven't seen too much from them in an attacking capacity. Just run out of it there. Wolfsburg, but here comes Harder again, just sliding the ball down that right-hand channel was a clever idea. And a long ball down the park here, picked up in midfield by Wolfsburg. So 62 minutes on the clock. Time running out for Potsdam to try and get something out of this game. In hard there in midfield was Ilestedt again. And Wolfsburg, well, once they made it 3-0, they do seem quite content with that. They can sit back. They don't have to go pushing forward. And they do have a hunger for goals, especially this lady Harder. Looking up, trying some tricks here. Forced to play it back. And that's a lovely turn for Pop here. The ball just tucked back there, and nice defending again from Potsdam, but they just can't get any distance on their clearances. As that one is deflected and surely out of play. Yes, indeed, the referee's assistant on that far side signalling for the corner. So we're coming up towards 20 minutes into the second half. And again, Wolfsburg just trying to stretch the game here. Got this corner, which Hansen will take. Sighted in towards the near stick, but sliced away horribly there, unfortunately, by Gasper on that occasion. Could have gone absolutely anywhere. It's easy enough to clear. So a second bite of the cherry then. As it goes far stick this time, and that will just drift out of play. Fischer could allow that one to go. Initially came for it, but you could see it was going to fly out of play. Well, you can see it's a blustery old evening in Wolfsburg by the flags in the background on top of the stand here in the AOK Stadion. Made life a little difficult for the players out there. The conditions not really optimum. The attack is on again here for Wolfsburg. They were just patient there, waiting for their chance to snap in on possession. Now this is Nito. Lovely ball out towards the left. And working it back towards the right now. Well, they've allowed Turbine Potsdam, their players, to just retreat back here and defend. We see Peter. The ball to Fischer. And lovely knock inside here towards Harder. And almost away the interception. Absolutely vital there. Well, we're midway through the second half now. And try as Turbine Potsdam might, not really had too many attempts on goal against Wolfsburg in this game. Certainly looks as though Wolfsburg are going to join Hoffenheim, Bayern and Freiburg in the semi-finals of the Cup. There's another chance here for 4, and just plucked from the air there by Fischer. Oh, some fine action again just outside of the box. We're quite happy to shoot on sight in this game. That's hard, a quick turn. Really, really sharp. Again, just touching it on towards the edge of the box. That move didn't come off, though. Only the 2 changes, both at half-time for Potsdam. Still no changes for Wolfsburg at the moment. Kmieliński and Kivitz coming on for Potsdam. Kivitz with the yellow card at the start of the second half. So 20 minutes to go. And it looks as though Wolfsburg quite happy just to sit back and see what Turbine Potsdam can do here. They will feel they've done their job for tonight and they can save themselves for a tough fixture list coming up. 5 games in just over 20 days. And when you're a successful side, that's how it is. Going for glory on all fronts. For Potsdam, they'll be disappointed to be going out at this quarter-final stage. That's what it looks like anyway. As it seems we're going to see the first change then for Wolfsburg, with Hansen coming off and Volta coming on. A like-for-like replacement. Fresh legs for Wolfsburg. With 20 minutes to go, might fancy getting herself on the score sheet as well, as we see just over 1,300 spectators in the AK Stadion here. In blustery conditions, they've done well to come out tonight in Wolfsburg for this cup game between Wolfsburg, the local favourites, and Turbine Potsdam. Anita with yet another interception there, cleverly reading the game. Again, just stroking it around at the back, Wolfsburg. Back to the keeper, complete confidence in Schultz. And that's a poor ball, though. Easily intercepted by Gasper. They can't find that out ball to Svenja Hoot. Not even able to get a ball where they can hold it up and get the players moving forwards, get the team up 10 yards or so. That's been Turbine Potsdam's downfall, really. There's a time ticking down on this quarter-final to what seems to be its inevitable conclusion, with Wolfsburg 3 to the good. But in a cup game, you never can tell, although here comes Wolfsburg again, getting on the end of this ball at the edge of the box, and the referee signalling, oh dear, for the free kick there, the shot coming in. And just taking down the defender again there. So we're going to get the second change here with McLeod coming on. And Pajot, the player, being withdrawn. So more fresh legs then, just to see Wolfsburg through this game. It's just got a little bit scrappy here in the meantime. Passing not quite as crisp from Wolfsburg as it once was. There's a barnstorming run here down the right. Slipped in towards Harder. Going down in the penalty area. No real look at the referee, though. As the boys out for Pop. Straight into the box. The header across, and it has ended up in the back of the net. Well, that's a header from long range there, straight over the keeper. And here's Volta, I think, who came up with the goal. Seems surprised herself that that's sailed in over the keeper. Let's have another look at it. Oh, played in fact, by Peter, sorry. And a looper. I think looking for Harder, really, at the back stick. And it is indeed Volton. You can see by her reaction. Not sure she really meant that at all. Well, with 15 minutes to go, it is Wolfsburg 4, Potsdam 0. And, well, that is it. All over, I'm sorry, for Potsdam. They're not going to come back from this now. Well, that has got their tails up now. I'm going to call it a fluke goal. I do think the Volta was looking to set up Harder for a tap-in. Instead, the ball was looping into that far post over the goalkeeper. Got to feel sorry for her. Vanessa Fischer has been beaten 4 times here. No chance with any of them. Pretty blameless. There's another move towards the byline. So again, just a few technical gremlins there for us, but you haven't missed any of the action. Wolfsburg still leading by 4-0 here, and they've got a chance to make it 5 with a corner. And again, as they're applying the pressure here. And just after that goal, just to keep you up to date, Oshman came on for Schwalm for Potsdam. Once it was 4-0. Here goes Nito. Harder up supporting her. Fischer. And this Wolfsburg team able to drive forward at every occasion that they get possession of the ball. As here is Hoot, who has had to drop further and further back as the game has gone on. Opening 20 minutes or so, she was causing problems, but it's been really difficult for her up front on her own. And a loose pass there from Potsdam. That's the end of that attack. Well, everyone wants the ball for Wolfsburg at the moment. You can see another attack developing here. There's a player free. Well, it's two players free on the right and left. They went right instead, and it was a poor ball on that occasion. Should have gone left, perhaps. We're going to see the final change of the evening, I think, as Harder, who scored for 3-0 just after half-time. Good run out. Will be coming off. Here's a replay of that goal. Just striding through, getting on the end of a mistake in the Potsdam defence. And on comes Baunach for the remainder of the game. So a rather more defensive player just to see this one out here for Wolfsburg. 4 goals up, 8.5 minutes to play. That's very nice. Up for Nito here. Has some support and the instant ball in towards the box. And Fischer read that superbly well. Oh, great one-touch football there from Wolfsburg. And the keeper having to be very alert to stop that, potentially being 5-0 to the home side. Well, it looks as though Wolfsburg are cruising through to the semi-finals then. That's those games, those ties coming up already at the end of March. And they'll face either Hoffenheim, Bayern or Freiburg. Hoffenheim with a big win against Bayer Leverkusen. Freiburg hammering Gladbach earlier this evening by 6-1. And Bayern coming through against FFC Frankfurt by 3-1 yesterday away from home. Turbine Potsdam fans in full voice, even though they're watching their team fall down here. And they knew it was going to be a tough ask here. Away at one of the best teams in Europe and the holders of the DFB Cup. And after 20 minutes, it was looking decent for them until Alexandra Popp came in with the goal. thumping home a left foot up, and then just over 5 minutes later, finishing off from a corner with a header. That was that up until half-time. Potsdam were doing pretty well against the holders. But then just after half-time, Harder did indeed make it harder for them with the third. And I think that fourth goal from the sub-Volta really has done for them here. Zanito spreading the ball back to the goalkeeper. 5 minutes left on the clock, and I don't think the referee will add too much on here at the end of the game either. Stefan Lech can look back on a decent night for his ladies. Matthias Rudolph, he would have known it was going to be hard here at the AOK Stadion. And there's plenty of space out here on the left. The ball in towards that far stick, and well taken by Fischer. Well, what she's had to do, she's done well. She's been beaten by those 4 strikes, but beaten all ends up, you'd have to say. Not helped by a defence for a couple of them. And the 4th for me, rather a fluke with the header from such a long way out. Couldn't have anticipated that at all. But an entertaining match here in the Women's DFB Cup. And striding forward again here, Wolfsburg. Maybe looking to complete the route with a 5th. As that's a beautiful ball in here from the left-hand side. It's held up. More trickery. Oh, chipped in, and that's better defending from Potsdam to get it away from inside the 6-yard area. Wolfsburg there just trying to work impacts, but a little too much for the referee, blowing for the free kick. As the ball is gifted away again. And well, it's 1 white shirt against 3 red shirts. And the white shirt just seemed to be winning there until Ilsted could step in and smash the ball away out of play. Very, very dangerous. Well, a rampant Wolfsburg. Certainly you'd have to say it's a deserved 4-0 win for them here at the moment. 90 seconds left on the clock. And that's fed up nicely as we're about to tick into the last minute. And Wolfsburg just keeping possession of the ball. Not even allowing a consolation goal by the looks of it from Potsdam. Well held again. Good possession actually from Potsdam here. Linsky trying to force a way forwards, but now the ball coming back towards the Potsdam defence. As in the end, they're still looking for number 5 here. They got themselves the corner though, a late one, as we're about to go into time added on. Looking disappointed as well. They didn't get it for 5-0 there. And I think that this could well be the last action of the game. So it's an out swinger just on the volley, and then a late save there for Fischer. She'll be happy with that late save, but unhappy with the final score there, as it's 4-0 to Wolfsburg in this quarter-final of the DFB Cup. That's all over now. So it's Wolfsburg through to yet another semi-final as they aim to get to Cologne and defend their title here in the Cup. For Potsdam, it was hard going after 20 minutes, really, once Pop came up with a double on 20 and 26. And on 48, that one from Harder. And a late goal with about 10 minutes to go from Volta, meaning it's 4-0. And well, I hope you enjoyed that. Women's football in the Cup here. Wolfsburg looking very, very good on their way to the semi-finals. Hope you can join us at the end of the month, as there are the quarter-final final scores. The end of the month is the semis. Well, until the end of March then. Thank you very much for joining us, and good night.
Du musst ihn ein bisschen dirigieren. Sag denen, wie die stehen sollen. Geh näher ran. Nur die Leine. Richtig Vollgas.
So, wir sind uns auf jeden Fall Weltspieler am 24.03. Hier 14 Uhr in einem AK-Stadion und am 21.04. die nächsten Heimspiele, aber da kommt ja das Wichtigste noch ab.
Dann können wir
Ja, es regnet nicht perfekt.
versuchst so einen guten Schuss, so halb so von der Seite.
Genau.
Du machst das schon. Du bist ja drin. Kalte Finger, sagst du? Schäbig, ne? Wollen wir nicht drüber reden, ne? Dann läufst du gleich hoch, hol dir mal oben gleich einen Kaffee, da liegen noch Brötchen und so.
Das liegt hier auf der Seite.
Ja, ne?